I guess this will be a relatively short second impressions video based on the My Little Pony collectible card game. Well, after weeks of waiting, they finally did get additional starter decks at my local Walmart. And I did get 2 booster packs as well, so I guess I can tell you a little about those first. The booster packs seem to be split evenly currently in the Premier set, with 6 friend cards, and then 6 cards that are going to be either resource cards, event cards, trollmakers, or problem cards. Of the 2 starter booster packs I got, one had 2 problem cards, 2 trollmakers, and then 1 event and 1 resource card. The other one was 3 resource cards, no trollmakers, and then I guess it's split either between 2 events and 1 resource, or 2 resources and 1 event. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, I get the only real problem you might have with the booster packs is if you're trying to build a deck with them, it's hard if you don't have the correct main pony somewhat. Or I guess I should say it's not that hard. That's not the problem. The problem is getting a lot of cards of a specific type, like yellow, because Fluttershy cards are only in the 2 starter deck setup, and they don't carry that at my local Walmart. They only carry the starter decks that are meant for 1 player. So I guess you just gotta take what you can get, I guess. This isn't to say Fluttershy cards aren't exactly useless. I mean, I did get one that gave +1 to all creatures on that card. I think all allies in the card with it, but itself had 0 power. So, but I guess it does act as a decent booster if you have good cards. I do think certain cards though, like I'm a bit tired. Whatever. Lady Justice are a bit overpowering, in that she only requires an action cost of 4 tokens, but can subtract 1 point off of any opposing cards during a face-off, and her effect apparently can stack, and you can have 3 copies of her in a deck, so you could easily overwhelm your opponent. My brother got 2 of them out on the field, and basically crushed any chance I had of winning any face-offs at that point, because he'd always just throw them together, like boom, over. So my only hope was to try and win by getting to problems first, which wasn't much of a help. On the whole, the game's alright. I mean, it's not a bad game. My brother does find it boring. I guess it doesn't have enough strategy depth, but that'll be fixed, I'm sure, considering that the Premier set's only 230 cards. And they already have an announcement on the next booster packs, which will be coming out in late March, early April. So there's gonna be more cards filling up the ranks soon enough to add more strategy and depth to the game. Right now, it's relatively simplistic. Though with the 45 card minimum limit, you actually could build bigger decks with bigger decks if you want, and then try and balance them out with trollmakers and whatnot. The only real concern, I guess, is the lack of problem cards based off of different matched colors. If you wanted to build like a Rainbow Dash Fluttershy deck or something, you'd have to use cards that are either for Fluttershy or Rainbow Dash, meaning they have one's meaning they're plus blue and plus not blue, or plus yellow and plus not yellow, because there's only like 1 card I think that's plus this many blue and plus this many yellow. So those cards don't really exist in good numbers yet. Though I'm sure that there'll be more coming out in the new sets as well. Though I guess overall the game is worth checking out if you're a fan of trading card games. The only real issue might be finding someone to play against, because I'm not even sure I'll be able to convince my brother to play this game again. I guess it'd be more interesting to tape it, but he only has a very small web camera as far as I can tell, so I don't think we'd be able to get it into the play area. Oh well. And I guess I'm more humorous now. I guess we did botch on a few of the rules. Though I guess that's to be expected. We're sort of ignoring discard rules on the main ponies, and weren't realizing that you actually have to play it on a card for its effect to work, since it says this card's problem, which means it has to be on a problem, because that would be this card's problem, the one it's at. So you can't flip over Rarity unless she's at a problem. The same is true with Applejack. You can't flip her over unless she's confronting a problem with more power than required to solve it. But it does make both of them rather easy to flip over. Rarity especially, you can flip her over on her first starter, on her most basic starter problem, and you can probably flip her almost guaranteed in your first 2 turns. The only real question you might have is if you don't have enough blue cards that can be played with just action tokens. Something to think about. Try and balance your deck with cards with some power, but no color cost. Otherwise, you'll be screwed because you have to have at least 2 colors. Something. Then again, I guess with something like Lady Justice, since it only requires 4 action tokens. I'm sorry, not 3, 4. You could build a deck, I guess, with every color if you wanted. It would be tricky. I don't know if I'd advise it. It's doable. Not advisable. I guess that's all I really got to say about the game. It's worth playing if you like playing card games, but finding something to play against might be on the harder end of things, unless you know a lot of bronies. I know my brother basically says his friends over at their game nights wouldn't play it. They usually play Magic the Gathering for the entire time they're gathered there, and I guess board games on occasion, but usually it's Magic the Gathering in single or tag team play. So even though I have 2 star decks, they probably wouldn't play it.